What up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron Niter.
It's your boy Fifth in the building.
You already know what this is. It's the Pop Up Podcast, episode 8. Make sure you share this out of your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in a post. Tag people in the comment section. Send this out to like-minded individuals in Messenger. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. We are live on YouTube on It's Your Boy Fifth and Street Magic Multimedia YouTube channels. We are live on Facebook as well, so follow us there. We are live on Facebook on Joey Beck and Aaron All Nighter profiles. So make sure you follow, subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you're on Facebook, put @followers, @highlight in the comment section. If you're on YouTube, drop something in the comment section. Let us know you're alive and well. Yes. Man, how are y'all living?
Bro, this week, the last 2 weeks, man. Whew, we're going to have a lot to talk about today. And I want to put this out there. Anyone watching right now, I know a lot of, I was on people's Facebook today, kind of going at them about the whole Minnesota thing. Like I said, I told y'all we was going to be live today at 6 on this pop-up. Get in here and debate me, yo. Let's talk about this. Let's get it going. Let's make this motherfucker happen, bro. It's like the Minnesota shit's wild, bro. Like real wild.
Right.
Bro.
But before we dive into all these deep topics, I want to give like a minute real quick. I mean, it's been a busy 2 weeks. This is the first pop-up podcast of the new year. Yeah. We do this bi-weekly. Tell the people how your New Year's been so far.
Yo, my New Year so far was my New Year's have been straight. So I was supposed to do a show New Year's Eve without throwing hella shade at people. Just be careful on who you be dealing with janky ass promoters. Oh, I guess I said too much already, but whatever. It's all good though. Come back. I linked up with you and Woe. Talked to Woe on the side. He heard about what happened on New Year's. Was like, bro, I got you. Got me on the slot with Woe's birthday, which we performed Friday night in Rhode Island, in Providence, Rhode Island. It was, bro, that shit was a goddamn movie. I know a lot of people be like, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna. No, this fucking really was a movie, bro. 100+ people in the building. The venue was off the hook. The sound set was dope. The lighting setup was dope. They had a smoke machine that was dope. The bar was dope. There was a fucking high-end restaurant out back. They had the taco truck pull up outside. Bro, like that shit was fire. And then the caliber of talent and artists that was there. Woo-hoo-wee. I was with it, bro. Like my New Year so far has been good. Even personally, but work-wise too, making hella bread so far starting off this year. I mean, I can't. There's no complaints on my end right now. None.
2026 has been well so far. You know what I mean? Dropped the Midnight Prophet EP. That currently, right now, the up-to-date numbers is 81,263 streams since. So in 10 days, 81,000 streams. I appreciate each and everybody who
Let's go. Holy shit, bro. You almost got fucking 6 figures in a week.
feels good. I mean, and then being able to perform 4 different songs on 2 different sets. Performing alongside you, we did Street Magic Anthem and Illusions together. Before you performed your own solo music and music with New Hot Weapon.
Yeah,
and then I performed Rapper Weed and Facelift alongside King Handsome World Life at the Winter Ball / King Handsome World Life birthday bash. And like you said, bro, that was a movie. That was a
real movie. That was like a real fucking movie, bro. Shit was fire, dude. Like
the backstage area we had for the artists was a dope vibe. The balcony area was ill. It was real lit, and being able to like burn down in the club.
Yeah,
I mean that just always makes it better. I'm a smoker, but
well, there's nothing about that night. Nothing about that night that wasn't awesome, bro. There was even for as many people that was in there, and the amount of different factions of people that was there, bro, it was all love. There was no, and I know not too many, people with egos and people with, don't like this person, don't like that person, and just whatever, like people just not get along with everyone 100% of the time. For that many people and for that many different artists that brought entourages with them, for everyone to get along, bro, that's how it should be all the time, man. That shit was
all peace and love.
Hella fire, bro. Super dope.
Word. Now, last thing I want to say before we get off us is, shout out to Dawn the Duck. You know what I mean? And Justin Thames for what he's doing in Providence with his duck. This man pulled up with the duck. And if you don't know about the Providence duck,
okay, can you pull the clip? You got your clip loaded up? You can show them the clip.
I don't have the clip loaded up. They're just gonna have to follow my page and go look at it. But
now what page? Where can they find that clip out? On what page and on what platform?
On all platforms. On all social media platforms. It's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. After this show tomorrow, I'll be uploading it on YouTube. So it'll be everywhere. Just type in Aaron All Niter, Dawn the Duck. Check that out.
So dope. So dope.
Bro, it was mad weird holding the duck in my hand, right? Because he said, put your hand straight. So I put my hand straight. But I guess my fingers were still curled up a little bit. And the duck started like waddling on my hand, like just doing a power step.
He was like, what the fuck?
He was like, straighten your hand. I'm like, straight. And then he fucking like just grabbed my hand and straightened out my fingers. And then as soon as he did that, the duck just chilled. I was like, oh, this motherfucker don't like bumpy surfaces. Okay, my bad.
Bro, he trained a duck too. Think about that, dude. Ducks aren't really known to be like a dog where it's like sit down, roll over, like well trained. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I saw mad pictures of that duck being like, he bad people took pictures
was drinking Hennessy.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And ducks aren't known for that, bro. So that's dope. That's fire, bro.
Duck was contact high from the club. You know
I bet.
But that duck went fish bowl with weed smoke.
That duck was sideways, chilling. Like quack, quack.
Wild.
He was lit.
Just a duck in the club, and I've seen mad people with the duck so far, like 504 and bunch of people. So, like, I mean,
it's a celebrity.
Providence Duck, Dawn the Duck. Show some love for the Midnight Prophet EP. It's Dawn the Duck, fucking certified 81,000 streams since the new year. Run that up. But enough about us. We got to talk about this Minnesota shit, man. And I want you to start this off. It's a real hot topic right now.
To say the least.
A lot of people are angry on both sides. So, how you feeling?
All right, let me before I get into my rant, because I'm about to fucking rant on this for pretty hard here. Let me before I go to my losing a life, a human life is bad no matter what the circumstances are.
Absolutely.
No matter what the circumstances are, bro. The fact that that girl lost her life is terrible. It's a bad thing. However, here we go. Let's flip over.
Mm-hmm.
And I got into this argument earlier today. They were like, ICE agents don't have the right to tell someone to come out the car. Yes, they do. That Supreme Court actually in the 70s said that a federal officer has the right to take someone out the car as long as it's lawful. What makes it lawful, people, and pay attention real close, you cannot interfere with federal agents doing their job. The minute you start to interfere with them, they have the right to then search you, detain you. You've given them the opportunity to invoke their authority on you. Period, yo. There's no way around this. At first, I saw the video from one angle. I was like, it was hard to kind of grasp how I felt, so I didn't publicly say anything. I let it stew for a day or two. Then I saw the actual body cam footage come out. I was like, told a whole different story. You know what I mean? Like, the cop walked over to. There was a little confrontation with the lesbian girlfriend, the stud of the couple was like kind of taunting him a little bit. Was like, "Yo, why don't you go get lunch, big boy?" You know what I mean? Like just kind of. So already there's animosity. Then she says something. The cop goes to go over to her and stands in front of the car. A lot of people are like, the cop didn't have to stand in front of the car. You're right. The cop didn't have to. You know why he did? Because people take off and fly when the cops come to them. Now what happens? Let's talk scenarios, right? What happens when the police go? Let's say the police on the side of the car and she took off and didn't hit the cop at all. Now you're in a high-speed chase because the cops are going to come after you, endangering innocent people down the road because the cops can pit move you. They can try to spike strip you. You know, they're going to try to stop you somehow. What happens with that? The car gets out of control. So now you're endangering innocent people. First off, you're not even complying with the officer's order anyways, which that alone is arrestable offense. When the cops say get out the car, and this is the problem. This is where I think the problem lies. Before anything happened, the cops said, get out of your car. That's a lawful order. You disobeyed a lawful order from the cop. The cop got in front of the car because they knew you were going to try to get away. And then you use the car. That's a 2,000, 3,000 pound car. That's not a toy. You hit somebody, you run people over. People die every day from getting hit by cars. You don't try to use your car as a weapon to go against, whether you believe in ICE or not, that's irrelevant. You don't use your car as a weapon, especially against the police, ICE, whatever. That's a person in a position of authority. You can't do that, bro. And I get it. Like I understand. Like, did he have to shoot? No, he didn't. But you use your car as a weapon to threaten his life. You open the door for him to use lethal force. Now, if he just
this was one of those situations where it was fuck around, find out, and
they found out.
You can't, like you said, you can't be aggressive with police. You can't violate a lawful order. The sovereignty in America that people try to do with the whole let's film the police, let's do this, let's my rights and blah blah blah. I get it. I mean, you're angry. But in a situation like that, when these people got some big ass guns, I mean, and they have the right to shoot your ass if they feel like you're a threat. Do not make them feel like you are a threat, even if you disagree with them. If you over there protesting ICE, doing your thing, whatever, you have the right to protest and say what you want. But once you stop being aggressive or make them feel like they're in danger, it is in their contracts and it is in their legislation that they're allowed to shoot you.
And we all know this, bro. We all know this. Like you just said, it's every American's God-given right to protest, but it's not your God-given right to interfere with their investigation on shit. This is the line. This is the line that was crossed. And people like to tiptoe the line. If you want to tiptoe the line, fine, but you can't overstep your boundary. If you want to get out there and you know where the ICE agents are, and you want to protest on the side, have your signs, talk all the hell of shit you want in the signs, that's your American right. Your constitutional right as American.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the right to be interfering, getting up in their face, trying to get in between them and somebody else. That can never happen. That's in whether you agree with it or not. Those are the rules. That's that, bro. There is no, you can't debate. This is, to me, it's not even a debatable situation. And again, I want to say this again because I'm coming off kind of strong. Like, I 100% support ICE. In this case, I do. But the lady losing her life is a tragedy. On top of that, I completely like have empathy for that. But doing a little research into this couple, one, there's a history of the driver with abuse towards police. There was a couple police reports that came out that showed that her past arrests. So she's already aggressive towards the cop. She already had her and her lover there had their kids taken away for putting cigarettes out on them, allegedly. This is in the police report. Right. So there's a history of non-compliance. There's a history of abuse. There's a history of aggression. And then you see something like that happen, bro. And I get it. They lost their life. People want to bug out. Like dude, it's steps. You can see, go back 10 years in their history and you see all this shit. It's like, well, look what happened. Did you, and my other thing is, what did in their mind, and these people that are on the outside looking in, what did y'all think was gonna happen? Let's say the cop did sidestep and take off, and then she took off. What do you think the result of that was gonna be? The cop was gonna pull over and fucking give her a birthday cake? Like, no. You know what I mean, bro? Like, nothing good was going to come from that situation.
I think in a perfect scenario there, playing Monday morning coach, I feel like the officer could have sidestepped a little bit more, shot the tires out. I'm just thinking what I would have done in that situation. I wouldn't have done
shoot the tires. The car's out of control, and there was a whole crowd of people around there. Now you're endangering. And we don't, again, go back to like, it's like going into a garden and you pull the weed, but you don't pull the root. You got to get to the root of the problem.
Right, but if you shoot the driver, the car out of control anyways. You know what I mean? Because now you got dead weight on the foot on the gas pedal.
But what I'm trying to get at is we shouldn't even have got to that point because she should have complied to begin with. So like,
but I'm saying,
yeah, it's like
getting it to that point, like, all right, she already acted up. How do we, the person in control of the situation next react? So if it was me, I would have shot out the tires. I mean, she wouldn't have been able to drive more than down the street because there was other officers there that would have flew down there with their cruisers and got her by the time she like left the block.
All right, hold up, yo, pull up Kimberly Richards at 617. This is the kind of shit that I'm not saying she's wrong, but animosity and arguments are not a reason to be shooting anyone. Too many innocent people are getting killed. Unless someone is armed and pointed at you, then you're committing murder. This whole situation is sad because it's fucking chaos. People have to make changes. All people. I don't disagree with you, but however, she didn't need to have a gun. The car was the gun.
Right, the car was the weapon.
The car. See, what your mindset is.
Then again, like there's also like the comments of the animosity. Like, the wife or whatever, the stud girlfriend was arguing with the cop, talking shit. Yes, the cop is already aggravated. We as humans got to understand that we are humans. So this human officer had to react in point blank seconds. Do I get ran over by the car? Do I kill this chick trying to run me over by the car? What do I do? Do I sidestep? Like,
I don't think he shot her trying to kill her. I think he shot probably trying to not to kill, but to like stop her from moving. It was just you know what I mean. And people want to be like, "Yo, you're a bootlegger." It's like, no.
I think it kind of was killed because they're trained to shoot for the large body mass.
Yeah, for the center mass.
So center mass gunshot, you're most likely going to die. I mean, it's really going to incapacitate you. If I just think that we're coming to our age with policing that it's real tricky because everybody's angry and these cops are different people. There's situations like,
Bro, people
for
don't
instance,
respect the authority anymore. That's the problem.
that
Go back 40 years or 50 years. People didn't treat police like this, like the way they are now. They've lost this respect factor. Now people think it's okay to like shit on them, which is
right.
fine. If you want to verbally shit on people, fine. Like you said, we're also human, so he's gonna those people are gonna have a problem with it.
He's already angry.
But it's making it easier for other people that seeing this to be like, well, if he's doing that, I'm gonna one up that. I'm gonna one up that. And now we're getting to the point where
Thing, yeah.
that's a problem. That's a
We're gonna
major
end up
problem.
getting a RoboCop soon. You know what I mean? There's gonna be like robot officers soon.
It's what you said, bro. Like he had a split second to make a decision. Did he have to shoot? No, he didn't. But at the same time, she didn't have to try to take off and hit him with the car either. And that's really where, see, I think the word accountability is where we're lost now. People don't have accountability for their actions no more. Like, again, going back to what I said earlier, she's dead, so you can't say nothing. But
Yeah.
what, like, I would ask if she was hurt. If she was hurt, I would love to be like, what did you think was gonna happen when you put your foot on the accelerator and tried to hit the fucking car? What did you think was gonna happen, bro? Come on.
But in those type of situations, that's when the fight or flight mode comes in. And like I watch a lot of cop videos and body cam videos and shit when they're like about to arrest somebody. It's humans policing humans, so it's hard. You know what I mean? Because humans gonna make mistakes policing humans, and humans are making mistakes that need to be policed. So like,
well, it wouldn't be need.
And this is coming from somebody who's been arrested and served time before. So I feel like we're gonna get to a day and age where, like, look at New York already has their little robot dog doing bomb sniffing shit and explosives. They send the robot dog in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm rather the robot dog than anything. But wait till there's like no feelings. There's no biasness or prejudice or any type of influence in policing.
No, do you think though that because you made me think of something. You brought the dichotomy between the cop and the citizen, right? Shouldn't we as citizens
Police ourselves?
No, give the benefit of the doubt to the police because we're not in the police situation. People be shooting at the cops all the time. They're constantly under scrutiny about shit. So it's like if there's one side that should kind of back down a little bit, shouldn't it be our side a little bit? And be like, listen, they have the authority. They're the ones that are in this position to police all the bad criminals. Shouldn't we as people be like, yo, let's not poke the bear because when the bear gets up and bites me, then I'm gonna cry about it. Like we should be the smarter ones.
True, but
like,
we're Americans,
scale back.
so we are born to fight authority. Our whole country is a rebellious country. We were started from rebellion. I mean, we rebelled from our order in Europe and all these other places. Said, "Fuck you! We're not listening to the rules. We doing our own thing." Came over here and they made some rules.
Yeah, but society's so changed, bro. We're not barbarians like that anymore.
You know we are. We're still humans. We still got human nature. There's people that fight every fucking day. You know what I mean? There's people that get aggressive every day. There's people that get arrested every day. We're more barbaric than we think we are. We're just barbaric with fancy shit.
Undisciplined people. Like there's I don't know. It doesn't.
There's still a good percentage of undisciplined people for 2026.
No, 100%. But should you looking at society? Should we give you a pass because you don't want to conform to what like the majority of people
we gotta learn how to treat the people who don't conform.
We do jail
because it affects us. So we gotta figure out how to make it make sense. Like I think police and all law enforcement should live stream their body cams. I've said it for like 2 years. You know how well behaved and our picture being a cop, right? And you're working. And your camera that's on you, your whole fucking shift is live streamed. And you got 200 people watching you. You following every protocol there is. You're going to be on your best behavior.
That's you're right. From a cost point, that still doesn't give the citizen the right to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
But eventually, people are gonna start like crime. People feel like crime's going up in the last decade or two. In my opinion, I feel like crime is going down. It's just we hear about every crime that happens now.
Yeah, social media is in your face because we're presented with it in our face constantly.
Coming from a former criminal, okay, the shit I was doing and getting away with because there was no fucking cameras and cell phones back in the day. Shit, there's no way I'd be able to get away with it now. You know what I mean? So we just hear about it on social media. So we still got the olden views of thinking like back in the day we didn't hear it. So we're like, oh, it was so much safer back in the day. I remember the news only had 1 or 2 stories. And
it wasn't in your face. The other thing though is with the police having those body cams and knowing that they're being held 100% accountable, as human nature, the other side of that is gonna push. It's gonna keep pushing more. How much more can I get away with? How much? Because I know your camera's on, and I know you can't make moves the way you want to. So I'm gonna keep pushing on you. And this is that you. You know what I mean? I'm saying both sides.
New legislation can come into play to make it where like you can specify like uses of freedom of speech. So you're right. There's gonna be people that are like all up in the cop's face, taunting the cops, saying certain things. But maybe we can do it with like, yes, there's still freedom of speech with officers, but you can't say anything threatening, derogatory, hateful, blah blah blah.
That you can't threaten them anyways. You can't. Even us as people can't threaten people. If you threaten somebody, that's a charge. You know what I mean? Like,
obviously.
You can't incite violence. You know what I mean? You can't do that, which makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I get that. I just feel like this. Again, going back to the situation, it's like, bro, she made the decision to step on that accelerator, bro. The cop made the decision to defend himself. I don't like the fact that she died. I don't like the fact that he shot her, but he had the right to do it. Do cops overstep their authority sometimes? Yes. Like you said, we're human. There's no perfect scenario. There's no perfect barrel. There's no industry in the world, period, where something's 100% infallible. You know what I mean? Where there's no error occurring. There's going to be error because there's humans. We need to.
That's why we're pushing towards AI to get rid of this error.
I'm not even with the AI, bro, at this point. I'm even kind of like, who programs AI? We do. So we're going to inject this with fucking bias. I just hope it's when it gets smart enough, it can delete that aspect.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna, and then it's probably gonna be mad at us.
Yeah, for real. For real. We love you, AI. We love you.
For real. We love AI and we love the Jews.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that,
but I love the Jews. I love AI.
Them boys.
I'll need them boys at my door. Fuck.
And then here's the backlash that comes with this. Now you see this on the national stage. It's highly scrutinized. Now people have this. They're gonna have this negative view towards the police, which is fucked up because when someone's breaking in your goddamn house, who are you calling? You're gonna pick the phone up and call them to come help you.
Right. But see, like, this is why I keep saying I want to live stream the police departments, right? Like, if I was mayor of a city, what I would do in my city is I would make the police department live stream all body cameras. You know what I mean? It can have that 10, 15 second delay where you can censor out some personal information, but anything that deals with police is public knowledge anyways. So unless it involves the victim's name of a crime, everything could be public. So it's public knowledge. If I go to the courthouse and pull a police report, but I can't hear it, watch it on a video, like the fuck? So I would do that. And I'd also make it where it's kind of like people would view it as entertainment. They would want to tune in. Plus, the people
love that shit.
Want to police the police would tune in. So you're going to go viral off this shit. And what I would do is capture the viral moment and make it where you got to go to like I'm in Fall River, Massachusetts. I would make it where you go to Fall River, Mass. Police Department, the FRPD.gov or org or whatever it is, and you got to put a subscription and pay for these live body cams. I mean,
revenue source, revenue stream.
I mean, or if you want to watch them after the shift's done, you get it for free with ads.
Yes, they make money on it. It becomes a revenue source.
And now that pays for the police department, and fucking you can lower taxes now because you don't need that tax revenue to fund it. I just come up with a bunch of great ideas, but they don't listen.
They're never gonna less taxes. They're just gonna add to the fucking. They're gonna keep taxes away. We're just add more to the pot.
Bro, my city got a rain tax. There's a rainwater fee. Okay, if you're a homeowner in my city, there's a rainwater fee, so you gotta pay because the rainwater goes in the drains. It's fucking ridiculous.
Where else is it supposed to go? This is the reason why you put drains so it doesn't pool up. Like what the fuck?
Right. Like what other type of water you think was going to these drains? I got a hose out there, just hosing the water down, wasting my water for the drains. No, it comes from the sky, stupid.
Oh my god! Next thing you know, they're gonna be fucking charging you to breathe the air that's free too. Like you can control the rain, like when a rain cloud. Well, I know they can, but you know what I mean. Like you control the natural weather. Like you have any control, so they tax you on that. That's just wild, bro.
So we all know, and if you don't know, we're gonna talk about it right now. The situation with Venezuela.
Oh boy.
What do you think is going to happen next?
What they wanted to do originally. I think this was a delayed reaction. This was supposed to happen before, in my opinion. Maduro didn't win. Supposedly, he didn't win his last election. The female candidate, I guess, supposedly won. That was who the U.S. propped up and wanted to get in there. Because, you know, how the U.S. goes around installing who they want to run whatever area of the world that's on their side. He ended up, and this all allegedly. He allegedly rigged the system so that he would win. The other things that were going on in Venezuela was Russia and China are setting up industries there, trying to buy the rare earth minerals, trying to get to the oil. They're trying to set up on this half of the hemisphere. The United States has something called the Monroe Doctrine that's been around for fucking at least 60, probably 100 years at this point.
It's now called the Donroe Doctrine.
Yeah, I saw Paulie put that. Like, does it really switch up, or is that just a typo he put?
No, Trump said that though.
Oh, is that? All right. So it's the
Trump did his. I'm gonna do my Trump impersonation. He said it's no longer the Monroe Doctrine. It is now the Donroe Doctrine.
Oh, because I get the Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And for people who don't know what this is basically I don't know why the U.S. thinks that they have authority to do this. I guess because they're the number one authority in the world, and who's going to tell them no? But basically, what that doctrine says was a foreign entity in Europe, Asia, Africa, anywhere on that side of the world cannot set up anything on this side of the world that can be considered a threat to the United States. Now, where Venezuela sits in South America is the very, very tippity top of the South American continent. Only thing separating is the Gulf of America, formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico. Think about if China and Russia was to set up air bases, airstrips, naval bases, real close to American territory now. America's had the luxury of having the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean as buffers from the rest of the world for its entire existence.
Yeah,
that's a huge advantage. Now they see that, then they think like, oh, South America, what if these other communist socialist countries come in and start taking these countries over? Now they're on our side of the world. So they made this Monroe Doctrine saying nobody can do that. Again, it's written very loosely to where whatever they consider to be a threat. They seen China in there. They seen Russia trying to take over, trying to set shit up. They're like, yo, we ain't having it.
So what do you predict next?
I think, going to continue, I guess, continue on the rant. Trump already said he's going to run the country until they install another president. So we're going to take over Venezuela for now. We're going to take over. And I know we're taking over their oil and shit too. I mean, let's keep it real. Trump's definitely taking over their oil and their rare earth minerals, 100%.
After Venezuela, you don't think the rumors of these other countries is a thought in his mind? I think so.
What, like Greenland?
Greenland, Colombia, Cuba, Mexico. He's named them all.
All right, so
this was the test, in my opinion. Venezuela was the test for the world to see how the world react. And there was a little backlash. People post tweets, little videos. Nobody really put no oomph into America. You can't do that. I mean, Venezuela is part of the United Nations.
I think it opened up, bro. It opened up. It just showed China that if America is going to come over and take over Venezuela, China's absolutely going to go at Taiwan now. Because you know what I mean? China's going to look at the U.S. and be like,
for everybody to collect and play collections. Like I said on the Sunday's podcast, I believe it was, I had mentioned, I feel like there's going to be a big three in the world, bro. We're going to have China, Russia, America.
United States, and Europe. I think Europe is going to come together, even though they're independent countries. The European continent with Britain, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Poland, that whole region is going to be its own entity as well, which is probably going to be the forefront for when Russia attacks. Because from what they're saying, Russia wants to Russia wants to go back to what the Soviet Union used to be. Russia, as you see it now, I don't know for people who don't know this.
Yeah, China wants to rebuild. Korea wants to rebuild.
Well, China's in trouble.
All their fucking land back.
China's in trouble for rebuilding wise. One, because they have a shitload of ghost towns that are fucking falling apart, and two, they have a major problem in the next 15 years with population collapse. They are extremely in trouble, bro. Which is why I think if they're gonna make a move, they need to make a move quick.
Jay Rice said a lot of the Venezuelan and Greenlanders said they would like to be part of the USA. It's not what I heard. I heard that they were pissed. I seen a lot of videos. Trump's even offering money, like up to they said $10,000 to up to $100,000 is in talks to pay each Greenlander to voluntarily just move and just leave. That way they can have all of Greenland as like a land military base.
Strategically, it's huge, bro. Strategically, it's huge. Russia has its biggest naval base with its biggest nuclear submarine fleet on that side of Russia. Where if you were to take over Greenland, right, you'd be able to put out those sonar buoys and shit to detect movement. Right. From an American point of view, it's smart. But I guess like coming down to the sovereignty talk, people are gonna be like, "Yo, that's not right. It's not right." It's not, I guess, morally, but we don't really live in a moral world. And I always say this, bro. What side of the fist do you want to be on? These people that say that, and I say it's like, America needs to chill out. If we don't do it, China's going to do it, or another country's going to do it. So would you rather sit back and allow them to take over, or do you want to be the person taking over? Because you're either throwing the punch or you're getting hit by the punch. What side of the fist do you want to be on? Now, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying this is the reality of the fucking world we live in.
Life. Like I say on me and Fifth Track Illusion, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Don't be a pup at play. But what more can I say? But be careful, they shooting. I think reality is just an illusion.
Bro, it's facts. So I can't say like I agree with the takeover of these countries because you are taking one country and then dominating another sovereign country. But that's what we've done in human history.
Like right now, right now, the United Nations and NATO is at a point where they want to. A lot of countries in the UN are talking about distancing themselves from America, and Trump got himself away from UN and NATO.
No, they definitely did. I think that from financial reasons, the whole NATO shit, they were supposed to put, I could be wrong, 2 or 3% of the country's GDP was supposed to be put into NATO into the NATO fund. United States was doing 4 or 5%. You had some countries that weren't even doing 1%. So we were like kind of funding the majority of it. People weren't holding their weight. Trump said something a bunch of times to him. Nothing changed. So he's like, you know what? Why am I going to continually? It's like taking like a cup of water and dumping it on the dirt and expecting it to pool up. You know what I mean? It's like it's you're wasting resources. We could be using those resources for other things. If you ain't going to pull your weight, it's like 10 people all get into a group and one of the 10 is pulling its weight plus other people's weight. How long before that person's like, fuck y'all, I don't need you. You know what I mean? Like you need me more than I need you.
They definitely need us. I just think that how do I put it? It's not the right time for us to do all of these things at once. Like, I would like the Russia Ukraine shit to be done and over with, and China to be a little bit more chill before we decide to say, hey, we're going to take Venezuela, Colombia, Cuba, Greenland, Mexico, all this shit. You know what I mean? And like hint at all of those things. He's hinting at them to see.
You know, so each one has its own reason, though. Cuba has strong ties to Russia. It's literally right on our doorstep. Mexico has all the fentanyl, not all, the vast majority of all the drugs and fentanyl shit coming through Mexico.
Fentanyl's China. People get Mexico confused. Mexico's coke.
No,
Cocaine
that's
is
how it's
Mexico.
getting into the country from China. They're shipping it to the cartels in Mexico. And
You
then
get that shit mailed to your house from China.
if it gets
There's
customs.
websites on, bro. There's websites. This is how it's getting into America. I'm telling you right now. The big scare from people that don't know the drug game is coming in from the Mexican cartel. The Mexican cartel is still dealing with it, but they deal mostly in coke and weed. You know what I mean? That's their shit.
And human trafficking,
Right.
anything that makes money.
Right. The fentanyl, China got a direct shit. They shipping it to the United States. There was a DEA agent on an interview. He was breaking it down. The DEA can't technically make all the new strains of fentanyl illegal to come in through the mail because these Chinese labs change one little component here and there, and now it's a whole different chemical molecular makeup. So now it's technically not illegal and can be shipped. So they're shipping it right to people's doors, putting your address on it. Like, there was a whole thing on it on like the Vice channel. The news reporter from Vice had some shit shipped to a house. That fucking fentanyl dropped at his doorstep in a couple days. I mean, that's what they're doing.
The amount of fentanyl coming in, but the amount of fentanyl coming to the country isn't being imported through cargo containers and shit, dude. It's coming. They ship it across to Canada. Think about it. We're barricaded left, East Coast, West Coast with water. Our only real land masses to get in Canada and Mexico. Now,
Right.
now, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong about it because all drugs, a lot of drugs are shipped in. You know what I mean? It's percentages are caught, percentages aren't caught. But
Right.
a lot of that shit is coming.
America's behind the drugs, anyways. Too. We want the drugs
shit.
in the country.
Yeah, because that's a fucking
There's
$100 billion
never been
industry.
a war on drugs. You know what I mean, there's never been a war on drugs except from the American people on the government to do something about it.
Well,
the
they want
government likes it because, like we've discussed before on previous podcasts,
it generates mad money, bros.
Not only generates money, but it keeps a structure in the system. I mean, it keeps people low income, bottom of the barrel living where, you know, you need somebody to work at McDonald's. You need somebody to work at Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell.
Think of the infrastructure around a drug around. You have lawyers you're paying, judges you're paying. Think about all these privately funded fucking jails,
paroles, correction officers.
Bro, some of the facilities are privately owned.
Test labs.
It's a fucking hundreds of billions of dollars a year as an economy. It's an economy in its own. They would never want to get rid of that. Never.
Yeah, because come on, that's why they don't want to get rid of crime. That's why anytime something becomes like a human nature type thing, oh, that's a crime. Like, all right, human nature. Humans are made to be aggressive. That's why we get angry. Okay, it's wired in our system. You know what I mean? We still have animalistic, barbaric behavior where people get aggressive and fight.
Absolutely.
So they make it illegal to control all these things to make model citizens and conform humanity to be controlled when humanity was never designed to be controlled to this level and extent. We just let people with smarter IQs and brains schedule and set things up, and we kind of fell into the trap by genealogy and getting passed down. I mean, I think that like the system was designed for this. The system was designed for conflicts with police and ICE and all of this shit. It was designed to be fucked up.
To instill fear.
Yeah, you need fear. Without fear, there's no law and order.
They
There's
thrive
no
off it.
reason to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be scared to go outside. They want that. I mean, because now you subscribe to a whole different theory, and they got you now. Listen, it was way scarier outside when I was younger. You know what I mean? Fucking, you gotta think we lived it like it was normal, right? Because it was normal to us. But put one of these kids back in the day, okay, yo, fucking teenager now to teenager back 90s, early 2000s. I mean, oh, yo, you can't call your friend to see where your friend's at. Well, you just gotta go pop up. I mean, and oh, well, guess what? Shit, something happened on the way home, on the way there. Well, you ain't got a cell phone to call nobody. You better hurry up and get to where the fuck you're at.
Yeah, yo, people used to fucking, I'll meet you at such and such in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You'd go meet at the meeting spot. You didn't have a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, it was, I get imagine taking like us growing up like that and taking a kid today and putting him back then. He'd be like, I have to be outside. Like,
right.
They don't know how to act.
Right. But that's what they're training us, just like they trained us for our generation. Every generation trains the next generations because we raised them. We're the ones that pass these laws. We're the ones that do that shit. I mean, it's not the young kids. We don't put the kids in charge. So we make them what they are. Just like somebody made us who we are. It was all designed this way. I mean, to keep a law and order, to keep a government, to keep people in check.
You have to have law and order, though.
You
have to have law and order to some degree, or just be anarchy everywhere. It could be chaos.
True.
And there's no way to build a functioning society.
Right. I think that's how it started. But I think now where it's at, they've made so many different things. Like, I think they learned with the prohibition of alcohol, right? Like, oh shit, we're gonna make a bunch of these drug shit illegal. Look at, they used to put fucking heroin and bear pain pills.
And Coca-Cola had Coke in it.
You know what I mean? But then all of a sudden, the prohibition, alcohol, now these drugs are illegal, this and that, da da da. That created the whole economy of crime and actual war on drugs. And that wasn't a thing before. I mean, people looked at it and their mentality was, hey, that's not a drug, that's Coca-Cola, that's a drink. They're not looking at it like, hey, that's a pain pill, I'm going to get high on it. We created that by making it illegal and making it forbidden.
It's evil, bro. It's evil shit. Bro, that's evil right there. Think about someone that sits back and goes, let me find a way to profit off people, right? Like, you go like Jordans, right? But you're not addicted to Jordans. So these motherfuckers was like, yo, how do we take this commerce idea to the next level? Yo, we can actually get somebody physically hooked on shit where they have to have it. They're going to go, they cannot not function without it. Bro, that's the ultimate evil right there.
And that's what they do.
It's crazy.
That's why the economy is so fucked in America. It's because we buy too much shit. We're the biggest consumer in the world.
Yeah, by far.
We have so many options at our fingertips. It's ridiculous. And there's only more and more options for shit every day. Like growing up, there was a lot of options of food and things to eat. Now I feel like when you go to the supermarket or the store, they got the same thing in fucking 50 different ways. It's like, wait a minute, okay, the fuck? Like, go to the store the other day. They had fucking what was it? Cookies and cream cookie crisp.
Yeah. I see.
I was like, that shit's ill. I'm like, but there's no need to fucking do all these extra flavors, even though it's nice and stuff. Well, this is unnecessary. They give us unnecessary shit to waste our money on.
Well, this is a cloak too, yo. If think about it, this goes into like how they connect the food to the farmer. All right, so they take the regular cookie crisp was not good for you, but It just wasn't that bad either. Now you go to the cookies and cream shit, right? It's a whole new brand and it's a whole new thing. But they added some more bullshit. They had this all these years to figure out human analogy. Now they putting fucking bad ingredients for your body in there. You eating the shit. Next thing you know, now I'm obese. Diabetes is up. All these issues with us that are tied back to our food.
Yeah.
Have now you got big farmers over here like, oh, I know how to cure that. I know how to cure that. I know how to cure that. You don't think like the big wigs in the food industry and the big wigs in the pharma industry were like, let's put together another evil scheme. I'll fucking poison them and you come up with the cure. We both profit off of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Crazy, bro.
And the government plays middleman with the FDA regulator.
Yeah.
And it only regulates and passes the ones that it's cool with and got paid off by. Okay, I get a cut. Cool, you pass. Oh, I don't get a cut? Well, fuck you. You're not passed. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. That does not have FDA regulation. It cannot be sold in any store legally. Fuck you. Try again.
I see a next election cycle. Make sure it's 100 million this time.
Right. So, I mean, that's what they do. And
we don't hold them accountable either, yo. And it's fucked up when you start really looking into shit and you're like, how could playing Monday morning quarterback being like, all right, how did that drug or that whatever it was, how is that even allowed to come out? And you go, well, they had, such and such had all these studies. And you start looking at the studies and you're like, the people that funded the studies are the company. So you think the company paying you're going to write a bad study for? Here, I'll give you $100,000 to do this study. And if you make it favorable for me, I'll give you another $100,000. Mm-hmm. They're paying for you. It's like someone who works. Let me give you another analogy. Somebody who works. You're gonna talk shit about your boss, the guy who signs your paycheck. No. You're not talking shit about him. Like,
not at all.
They skew data and shit for it to get out. You know what I mean? Like everyone's paid along the way, bro. This is why we're $38 trillion in fucking debt because
this is why I think they're gonna push the AI. Like I keep beating people in the head with. AI is going to have a lot of less errors, and that's going to be the introduction because we're going to say, hey, all of this shit, it's kind of going to be like when Elon announced the Doge type shit. We're going to get rid of all this fraud, that misuse. AI will be able to do that. You know what I mean? And
all
AI
those people you talk about are the most powerful people in the world. Do you think they're going to allow that? Think about it, like those people you're talking about are like the la creme of they're the top 100. They're like the actual people who make this planet move.
Yeah, bro.
They're not gonna let AI take their whole structure away.
Yeah, because they're gonna be in control of the AI.
I was gonna say they won't be accountable. They won't be accountable. They're gonna make it AI where it's like they're gonna use class warfare for AI without telling us that. They're gonna be like, listen, at some point going up this hierarchy. This doesn't count anymore. From here down is where these rules apply.
As soon as the AI is implemented, that's what it's going to be.
Crazy, bro. Like,
you know what I mean? And they're still going to be at the top. Like I had mentioned in the podcast before about that Jeff Hinton dude. Bro, he said that when he flies from America to Canada and back and forth, the facial recognition at the airport doesn't read his face. He's the one who created the algorithm. He's got a Nobel Peace Prize, and he's known as the godfather of AI. AI doesn't recognize his face.
They say why? Like, what was it? Because he sees it all the time?
He just says that he finds it weird, but they always have a hard time, and he has to have a bunch of paperwork.
It'll come soon. Like shit like that. Like, a lot of that, too. We're in our infancy.
That tells me that the AI is giving him a pass, bro.
Or maybe it's just not good enough yet. We're in this infancy AI, man. We're at the very, very opening step. Do you know how much more advanced?
China's been using facial recognition for the last 10 years. I mean, we just haven't mass put it out there because we're all about our privacy rights in America. We think we still have fucking privacy. I mean, we have no privacy at all. We have cell phones that fucking, if you talk about something, it's going to pop up on one of your news feeds. I mean,
bro, there's more cameras in America. We're not like China. You're right. We're not that bad, but drive around and look, dude. This camera's fucking everywhere now, and it's being implemented slowly so that you don't notice it. You know what I mean? It's every year, 10%.
Very slow implement, but that slow implement because us as Americans, we're rebellious to change, will put us behind China.
Oh, in that aspect, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're already weeding out their workforce. They're already weeding out where they need people next and do shit like that.
They need to stop fucking banging over there and stop reproducing, bro, because they are in big trouble, bro. If you pull up any data sheets right now and look at their population collapse that's coming between 2035 and 2060 or something, they're going to be literally like irrelevant for like a good 30-year span. This is why I think they're being so aggressive with Taiwan right now. They know it's like a train. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like they know this thing is coming.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I think that the Chinese are doing.
They're not going to have the people to produce over there. They produce the majority of shit for the world. What happens when you don't have a workforce anymore?
Right, but I don't think China is viewing itself
Maybe that's
as
why they're going harder
a population growth in its country. China's got a foothold everywhere, kind of like how America does with all our embassies. But like, there's a lot of Chinese population that are like in Africa right now, or the Caribbean.
Yeah, they're taking over, bro.
So they're not worried about the population in China. Like that's what we shouldn't be counting. We should be counting their population and all of these footholds plus China, because they're like in their minds redrawing maps.
I get it. They're dropping little pockets to wall. You better hope that they can sustain themselves. But even as even their population collapse is absolutely gonna devastate like their economy and shit, bro. Think about this. You're going from they have the second or third biggest population in the world. Right. You're going from like they have there's like 8 billion people on planet Earth or something roughly, and there's like 1 point something of it. I think India has more. I think India might be like the first.
Yeah, I think that they're not staying home anymore. The people that are born in China aren't.
How long are you gonna be able to sustain yourself in another country?
Like, I think that's kind of like their game plan now. It's like, hey, if I'm born and raised in China, when I'm an adult, I'm moving. I'm going to another country. I'm gonna plant there, and I think that's what they're kind of like encouraging now.
But yeah, like a weed. Like you put a weed in someone's garden and it grows.
That's why they're everywhere popping up. You go to major cities. You go to Boston, Providence, New York, any major cities.
We have Chinatown,
Chinese, but not even at Chinatown. Just other parts of the city.
Oh hell yeah, Quincy and shit, dude. Hell yeah,
fucking Chinese everywhere. So they're like, you know what? We don't care about this drawn map lines. We're putting our people everywhere. We care about our population globally. That's the next step that all these countries are thinking, global. That's why Trump is thinking Venezuela, Colombia, Greenland.
Yeah, but they're not losing their home. They're not losing home base. What essentially what you're saying is like China's going to lose China itself. If that was the case, who's going to take that over? You know, let Russia go down and snatch all that up?
No, but we're going to be sending people over there. First, it's going to start with the people that we don't want. I mean, Trump doesn't really want the Venezuelans in America. We've been shipping them the fuck back with ICE. Now you're going to go back over there and make it safe for them so they can return to their homeland.
Well, they're going to try the same shit they did in the Middle East. They're going to try to turn Venezuela into a democracy. But I think the major difference, though, between the Middle East and Venezuela is there's a lot of people in the streets that were happy when Trump took him.
Right.
Venezuelans.
But that's
they didn't want to live under that tyranny.
America's aiming at countries that have civil unrest.
We're going to start importing Americans down there and like try to like grow?
Yes. Because Americans will feel safe if it's an American country. Look how many people travel to Puerto Rico every year.
No, I'm saying like to use you think Trump's going to use the Chinese method, like where he's going to try to like populate everywhere by Venezuela here and another.
Yes, we need to. We've already put our flags these places, but it's not really safe. Americans want to go to somewhere where it's safe. Mexico is going to be an easy grab. We go down there, we just lock up all these cartel people with the military, put democracy there, bang. Nobody's fighting for Mexico. You know what I mean? Nobody our caliber. All these countries he's named, low caliber military, easy to bully and take over. Their people will love it. And then people of that descent that are in America will go back to their home country because, hey, it's American now, it's safe, but it's still my home country, blah, blah, blah. There'll be more tourism to these countries.
Puerto Rico, Guam.
Yeah.
What's that? U.S. Samoa. Yeah, no, we've done this. This isn't the first time we've done this.
Right. Like so we're going to just add to the list.
I don't. Yeah, but do you think moving forward, Venezuela won't be its own sovereign country? It'll be a Puerto Rico to the U.S., or do you think the U.S. will actually give back Venezuela to Venezuela and be like, listen,
Venezuela's gone. It's ours now.
For long term.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see.
To me, that's a bad look.
I think it would have been a bad look a few years ago, but the age we're at now with the the polar North Pole area melting and now becoming easier for trade routes and warships, the time is now. So it's morally wrong, but we're going to build up as much land grab as we can get and as much people under our control and resources as we can to get ready for this big world war.
That's right. It comes down to resources, because you wouldn't take a country you wouldn't spend the money to take a country that has no value.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a natural resource.
There was no even conspiracy behind the Venezuela. Trump said it. Even some of his own people were trying to save face. It was like, no, we're going to do it. We did it because narco terrorism. And he's this, and, he's a bad guy. And then Trump's like, and we're going to get all the oil. Mm-hmm. I talked to Chevron already. They're already on the way.
It makes sense, though, when you think about it, bro. I heard a stat that said something like 80% of the products made worldwide, no matter what product it is oil affects it some way, somehow. Mm-hmm. Whether it's built with it, whether it's manufactured with it.
Yep.
So most people think of it when we talk about oil, all they think about is gas and gas prices. A lot of people don't realize how much oil affects your life in ways that people don't even understand. Like the keyboard I'm looking at right now has oil in it. It's not the oil you're thinking of. But it's derived from the oil you pull from the ground. 80% of all the products in the world, dude. That's insane. Oil touches everyone's life. So why not? I guess as America, right? Like I said earlier, if you're gonna throw the punch, if you want, what side of the fist you want to be on? I want to be on the side of the fist that's throwing it. I don't want to be the only one receiving. So it's kind of fucked up to say it, but if that's what it takes,
that's where we're going.
That's let's go. I mean, it is what it is.
Especially since everybody's been tiptoeing about, I want to rebuild. China's been tiptoeing around Taiwan, and China claims Taiwan. Even though Taiwan's its own operating country, China's like, no, that's ours.
Bro, John Cena got in trouble for that shit. Like 2 years ago, he was on he said something about Taiwan being its own country. He said something about name a country. He was like Taiwan. I guess China got mad at him. And this dude knows Mandarin. So he did a clip. You can look this up, I swear to God. He does a clip apologizing to China in Mandarin.
Because nobody was ready for the smoke at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't ready for the war and the bullshit. Now we've got our ducks in a row, and it's time to strike.
Yo, what do you see happening first? Do you see Russia, Ukraine ending, or China taking Taiwan? Or attempting to take Taiwan and starting a war, essentially?
First off, I don't see Russia, Ukraine ending.
Yeah.
It's not going to end until Russia takes Ukraine. Right now, we put up a good front. Like, we give a fuck about Ukraine because Biden did. But as soon as Trump came in, Trump's cool with Putin. Trump's going to let Putin do that. That's why he backed out of giving money to Zelensky in Ukraine. He's going to let Russia get a few land grabs that aren't next to us because it'll be good for us in the long run with us being a big three. Because enemy of my enemy is my friend. So even though they're close with China right now, once they get bigger and more powerful in that region, that friendship with China is not really going to be there. They're going to stop butting heads. who's more powerful in that region.
Oh no, I completely agree with that, bro. 100%, bro. They live on top of each other.
Right.
They're fucking neighbors close by. You know what I mean? Like,
so
when it comes down again, when it comes down to
I've looked
resources,
up natural resources from these countries that we're talking about. Cuba, nickel, cobalt, iron, chromium, copper, salt, timber, silica, petroleum, arable land for agricultural potential. Mexico, petroleum, oil and gas, silver, major global producer. Copper, gold, lead, zinc, natural gas, and timber.
yeah, it's got mad forest and shit.
Yeah, Venezuela, key natural assets, petroleum oil, natural gas, iron, coal, gold, bauxite, and other minerals, and hydropower from its major rivers and dams. Greenland, rare earth elements, critical minerals, copper, nickel, zinc, gold, diamonds, iron, lead, molybdenum, platinum, niobium, uranium, possible oil and gas deposits, and yeah.
And strategically fucking sound, like a good strategic move on top of all that.
And then it says the main for all of them: Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, Venezuela, Greenland, oil, gas. Colombia's oil, gas, coal. Cuba, petroleum. Mexico, oil, gas. Venezuela, oil, gas, coal. Greenland, oil, gas. We going for the oil. You know what I mean, wherever the oil is, if it's a little country that we could take over their shit, we about to take it over. I'm about to steal oil from everybody. You know what I mean, Trump just became a Houston Oiler. He brought back the Houston Oilers.
Oh shit!
I call for the Houston Texans to be renamed the Houston Oilers. Bring it back.
I remember that fucking thing. Yeah, I remember that helmet.
That's what we're doing right now. Sorry, guys, it's not right, but it's either we do it or China and Russia does it.
Somebody else does it. Yep.
So, do you want to live like China? Do you want to live like Russian law? Or do you want to live like American government? Which government is the lesser of three evils? I feel like it's America. So, hey, guess what? I'm with it.
Everyone's going to be for their own government, though. You know what I mean? Like, the majority of people, the vast majority of people aren't gonna. Then of course that's your side. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah, you're gonna pick your team, your country. So sorry, guys. I mean, but I think that's what's gonna happen. And I feel like China's gonna try to do the Taiwan. It's gonna. I can see China going at it with North and South Korea to take over Asia.
They can't do South Korea though. That's American territory.
Well, that's when we'll be fighting them. That'll be one of our.
That'll
fights.
be a real. Plus Japan too. Japan got beef with China.
Yeah.
So you see what we did? How if you look where China is,
we built a little bit of friends around everybody.
Everyone around them, and then we took islands over and shit, like the Philippines, Guam. Fucking, we have a shield. You know, a loose shield around them. You know what I mean? Not a shield in a way. It's wrong. But you know what I mean? Like we surrounded them.
Right.
Even Russia to a point too. Is Russia's up north. Russia gets a piece of that.
Yeah. So it's gonna get ugly, but I don't think it's gonna be a lot of boots on the ground.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of. It's going to be a tech-heavy war because it's tech-heavy countries involved.
Hacking, drones. It's a lot of Air Force and missile strikes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The high technology shit. And it's like, U.S. got some shit, man. Like, I mean, I know Russia does too. China does. But damn, bro. Like, that'd be wild.
Hold on. Let me see.
Because then, obviously, Europe would get in the mix. They'd have to.
Right. I'm going to have the AI break down the military size and capacity and strength of America versus Russia versus China. I mean, and see what the comparative breakdown is. Oh, I gotta do it on a new one because it compared it with Mexico, Cuba. Compare the military size and strength of the United States versus Russia versus China. Because I've been seeing some things and wondering what the stats are. So China has active personnel 2 million, 2.5 million. They have the largest standing force. They have 510,000 reserves. We have 1.3 million. So they have like almost double the amount of actual people, soldiers.
So that's China, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russia has 1.4 million.
And they're hurt right now too. They think about all the people they've lost just in the war with Ukraine. Those numbers was probably higher before.
Well, their reserves is 1.5, 2 million. So basically, they got double their force in reserves because they make their men be part of the military. A lot of it is like forced.
Yeah.
I mean, so makes sense if you're trying to compete for strength. The United States budget 895 billion to 997 billion, by far the highest. China has a budget of 266 billion to 314, and Russia's high-end budget is 149. Aircraft, United States has 13,000 pieces of aircraft. Russia has 4,200, and China has 3,300. So when it comes to the missiles and dropping the drones and shit, we got enough planes where if they shoot us down, we still got some.
We have more high tech shit than them too. Our F-35 planes fucking dude. We're crazy. We dominate in two real key areas, dude. Our Navy and our Air Force, dude, like fucking dominate technology wise.
Navy, actually, I was just about to get to that. Navy, they double us in number of vessels.
China does, but when I've seen something on this from a variety of spots too. A lot of that shit, they've converted like fishing ships into like what they call warships. They're not technology that we have, so you can. It's fine to have double the number if you want to have little shit, dude. Like our shit that we have for numbers is like you're talking about a fucking hammer, dude. You know?
Yeah, what I mean? We have 11 super carriers. They have 3. And like, Russia only has 1 carrier.
So it's not always about numbers, though. I think at this point, technology. I think back in the day, numbers mattered. That's why we had like World War I and World War II was so millions of people lost. Now that technology's gotten so good, it's the quantity doesn't matter. The quality now.
Right. Seeing what each one has tells me what they're gonna do. Like over here, it says for tanks, China has the largest tank fleet. But tanks are going to be more of a local fight. So tanks
land. That's land. Yeah, that's land.
Protecting in its country. Yeah. It's protecting over there, and it's pushing outwards. You know what I mean? From where it's at. That's the tanks. Because Russia's got more tanks than us too. China's got 6,800. Russia's got 57. We got 46. I mean, we still got enough. But that's basically if we go at Mexico. I can see our southern border having a bunch of tanks going into Mexico.
We'd fuck them up, dude. Our tanks are crazy too.
I mean, we just go in with a row of tanks and just run through it with preemptive missile strikes ahead of time.
And airstrikes, bro. It's gonna be
airstrikes ahead of time, so the tank just runs through the rubble afterwards and clean up whatever's left over, and then build.
That's crazy.
But nukes, Russia is the bigger nuclear threat. They have 5,400 nuclear warheads. United States has 5,100. And China has 600. So China is still a nuclear threat, but not really. The real threat is Russia for nuclear war.
And I think Russia too. I think they got some like really crazy fucking nukes too. They don't got no bullshit nukes.
I think, we sleep on Russia a lot, and a lot of people think China bigger threat. I think China with the numbers, But when it comes down to the big three, and I say United States, China versus Russia, I think the fight for the top spot and who will be number two will be China versus Russia. I mean, I think we're gonna hold that top spot like we kind of do now. Especially with all these land grabs we're gonna be making, the minerals and resources, the population growth that we're gonna have.
It would take China growth. It would take China and Russia to tag team us in an actual formal war,
right?
To dethrone us, and I think, and that would be as if no one else came to our aid. Like if Europe turned their back on us, because if Europe doesn't, because Europe is on fucking Russia's doorstep.
But before that happens, Russia, in my opinion, will take over Europe. Or at least have a war with Europe. Will be Russia versus Europe.
Yeah, but then we're in automatically.
We are, but we're not, because the thing that's so
you don't think if Russia attacked Europe, we wouldn't go over there too? You don't think we wouldn't? I think we bro, that would 100%.
Listen, NATO and United Nations is so fractured right now. I don't think we will. I think this America. No, I think this America First policy we have is what's best for America. It's not good for us to fight Russia for Europe and then get no win except, hey, you guys got to keep your countries and we're still friends. Fuck your countries. That doesn't help me.
It does.
It's a waste of my money.
Because you can't let Russia get to where Europe is. Europe is even a buffer for the United States. Even though we have the ocean, having them there is like another layer before.
But I can see us waiting till it's like, okay, now we got to act. They took over half of Russia. I mean, half of Europe. I mean, now we got to act.
I think, bro, I think that would be that's why that would be Russia's
World War III we're about to have is going to be ridiculous. But I think it's going to be we've already had a bunch of shitload of little wars. These little wars are going to erupt into bigger wars that are going to just erupt into the big World War III. Like World War III is, I think, going to be 3 times bigger than World War II.
Like, I think it's going to be a legit world war. Not that the other ones weren't, but I feel like it's going to be in a vast number of areas. I know World War II had 2 campaigns.
The last World War. It's going to be like, all right, who runs the world for the one world government? Which government do we pick? Russia, China, America.
Think of all the wars too. Not the wars, but think of all the hostility that like Pakistan and India have with each other. They just fucking fired missiles at each other last year or the year before. They got into a little squabble recently. They're both nuclear countries.
Mm-hmm.
They both have nukes. They're on that list. They just don't have as many.
Out.
That's what I mean with little things squabbling.
Like nuclear fucking
World War III. I wonder if World War III will be like a one side versus one side, or is there going to be like there's 7 different fights going on throughout the world? Like one starts it, and then this country.
It'll be like 7 different fights at once,
randomly, like one setting up the next one. I see this, like Russia, it's already going on now. Russia's in fucking Ukraine. Israel just beat the snot out of fucking Gaza. We're going to take fucking Venezuela. It's like
we're already doing it. You know what I mean? It's happening right before us, and they're telling us what it's for. You know what I mean? And then breaking it down with all those other countries that have been teased, and it's like, okay, they all got the same fucking resources. You know what I mean? And a shitload of others. Thank you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We've been known to take shit and just fucking, it's ours now. We've been known to do that. I mean, we used to do that shit with people. You know what I mean? now we doing it with just like resources. Okay. Yeah. So
wild.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Bro. So we're just gonna put these people under a new government. But right now we're in the day and age that they're starting to tell us that. That's what threw me off of Venezuela. Like, I was expecting Trump to have like a full prepared speech, because now sometimes he has the prepared speech and then he weaves off of it and goes back.
Yeah.
If he ever goes back, but he starts with the speech. I was expecting him to start with the speech and then talk about, okay, narco terrorism. We arrested him because DEA got him. Now he's in DEA custody at the jail. So that's drugs. I want you to tell me on the news you arrested him for drugs and because of his human rights violations. Everybody in the world would have been happy. Everybody. What threw some people off was him not even making it a conspiracy. He was like, yeah, we're going to go and get the oil. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And he didn't even run it to Congress first. He said that he contacted the oil companies, though. Said it on the news, like, yeah, I just got off the phone with them. I called them before and right afterwards.
That's crazy that we're so shocked that politics are so full of shit that we're shocked when somebody tells the truth.
Right.
That's wild. Like
it threw me off that he told the truth. And I was like, well, that's obviously what we went in there for. I'm like, does the world think that we give a fuck about the Venezuelan people and how they're living? It's fucked up to say, but hey, it's life.
I almost wonder, like, what else went on behind the scenes that we don't really know about. But you know what I mean? Like, what did he do?
He just didn't listen anymore. You know what I mean? He probably put a bidding price on it. America was like, yo, we want this oil, da da da, blah, blah, blah. Make sure Russia and China don't got it. And he was like, well, Russia and China both got a nice offer for me. You got an offer for me? And us being Americans, we were like, nah, yeah, we got an offer for you. Okay, we'll see you. And then we just went and picked them up and arrested them. So that's our offer.
Bro, I know. I was thinking about that too. What happened? I was like, yo, we really just went into another sovereign country and just straight kidnapped their fucking leader.
And bro, they're an ally.
And then brought them back to America and then said, I'm going to try you here.
Yeah, bro. And they're an ally. They're in the United Nations and NATO.
Yo.
So if I'm part of the United Nations and NATO, this is why it's so rocky right now. Nobody trusts America. None of them. So when it comes to if we ever need their help for anything, they're not going to have our back because they don't really rock with us. They can't trust us. We just lost the whole trust of the UN and NATO. But I think it's that time that we're pulling away because we don't want to carry Europe with us just yet. We're going to hang Europe and all them out to dry and let Russia and China take care of them while we fucking take over some countries too. Some of these UN countries were like, hey, we've been fucking paying your bills. Why are you running things independently as UN? Fuck UN. I'm just taking over myself.
So you really think? So you really think America, if say Russia attacked Europe, would like hang them out there?
Absolutely, I would. If I was America right now, I would. I'd let them hang out to dry. Sorry, I mean, like, and I'm Portuguese, so that's just like European descent. So
yeah.
I mean, but hey, in this war strategy, sorry, I mean, because it's going to get to that point. We've become, these three militaries are so big that they're the bullies now. So instead of getting the fight to bully each other right now and going like up and up, we're like, nah, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. We're going to do it big. And I'm going to go get my resources first. I'll be back. You know what I mean? And we're going to get our resources and our shit together and all our weapons together and all these countries under our umbrella. That way we have footholds.
You think they're going further into South America? You think Venezuela was just the first stop?
Venezuela was absolutely the first stop. I think the next one's Greenland.
No, I mean just in the South American continent.
No.
Like Venezuela being in South America, right? Do you think we're going to stop there, or do you think we're actually going to try to go further down South America? Like, you got Argentina, Chile, fucking Brazil.
We're going to try to grab that.
Colombia. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of fucking resources. Mm-hmm. The Amazon rainforest is down there. It's all resources.
Like, I'm trying to tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
And the military strength is like, who's gonna fight for them? Normally, it would have been us.
What happens when we turn evil?
That's exactly what's happening, and we're doing it to collect resources because evil's fighting evil and evil on who's going to run the world and who's going to have the one world government. Because China don't want our government, Russia don't want our government.
We don't want this.
Right, and we've been trying to push democracy across the whole world. So everybody's got their own. Every elite group has their own idea of who the leader is and who should run things and what's right. I mean, the right system. And everybody's like, well, my system's right. My system's right. It's like the same type of thing with like religions and shit. They did the same type of
communism, socialism, capitalism.
Yeah.
Buddhism, Catholic, fucking.
Right. So it's the same
Muslim.
play. It's the same playbook and just bigger players and a bigger playing field. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be long. I don't think we're going to see the end of it in our lifetimes.
Oh, hell no.
This is the start of like a lifelong war because it's all right. We're back to imperialism.
Ask yourself, did it ever really go away then? You know what I mean? Or did it just get classified differently?
It was dormant for a while.
Yeah.
Like a volcano. I mean, but we're erupting right now.
Now we need more.
We're active. So, yeah, bro, I think that's how it goes. I feel like it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. But it's going to be tech heavy.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, definitely. There'll be boots on the ground, but it won't be like army and shit. It's going to be like elite special forces doing shit, covert crap. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's going to be hackers, Air Force, Navy, a lot of drones, missiles. Bro, don't be surprised. Motherfuckers don't got satellites to come over with the direct energy shit. That's not, they got it.
Yeah,
they got the tech,
I see a big change for American like policing too with this war because the American population is not going to be happy. There's going to be a lot of people, red or blue,
that are going to be pissed.
They're going to be like, yo, this is not right. We shouldn't do this. This is what I signed up for. I don't want this. Even people who are like America First policy, they're not going to see this bigger picture that we're talking about. They're going to be like, well, worry about the problems at home. Why we got to do these other countries? It's going to be so much. You think that the protests for like Vietnam are crazy. The protests for this imperialistic run that we're going to be on is going to be so crazy that we're going to have to implement National Guard in the military.
Martial law.
Yeah, it's going to be martial law. That's the boots on the ground.
Yeah.
The boots on the ground will be in our own country policing ourselves.
Imagine.
Just to make sure we get on the right playing field. Get with the program. If you don't get with the program, well, you might be a terrorist.
And we're going to detain you with no rights because that's how they took the terrorist rights. You don't need a fucking court date. You don't see a lawyer. They don't get the same privileges.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
And that weeds out everybody. And that's how they'll get around our freedom of speech and our rights.
Because they'll take them.
Martial law. Yeah, exactly.
They
violate them now. So implementing martial law, you basically have none. So bye-bye rights.
Rights are only as good as what can be enforced anyways. So if we don't have an enforcement arm behind the right, then there really is no right then. Think about it. You know what I mean? If there's no enforcement behind it, then...
So doing that, we're going to be utilizing this AI that's going to keep getting better. These robots, this machinery, these cameras. We're going to become a police state like China is right now. But we'll just have the facade and illusion of democracy. I was telling Paulie Styles on Sunday's podcast, democracy's a lie, because he had brought up that we're not really a democratic country, we're Republican.
We're a constitutional republic.
Constitutional republic.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
what
was
it's supposed
like,
to be. That's what it's supposed to be.
yeah, but it's not a democracy because we don't go by the popular vote. The popular vote would be a democracy.
Yeah.
The electoral vote takes away all democracy process.
The constitutional republic is saying that not everyone has a voice. You elect one person to be the voice of your government, but that one person represents a small population of
Right,
people.
and that's why we have the electoral vote. But what I'm saying is we portray we're a democracy, and
I don't know why the fuck do we do that? Because we're not.
Because it's the facade to get people to think that their voice in this shit matters. It's the dream. It's to sell the dream that, hey, you can change the world. Your vote, go ahead. We don't know who's going to be next line up for this politician spot. It's you that decides. You, the people, have the power. And then the people think that they have the power and go about their daily tasks and errands and jobs and works that they were supposed to do and don't fucking wake up.
Our vote really only counts in your local level if you even vote locally. That's about where your vote really counts. Like your town mayor, your town, or if you're in a big city, you have selectmen because they represent a slice of each or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's really where your vote really only matters. Above that, it doesn't.
The local and state elections, because those are the people that put these electoral votes in place. They're the ones who assign who has the electoral votes in power.
And how many again?
You're basically voting in somebody, hoping that their beliefs match with yours enough where they vote somebody who's just like them, just like you. So it's like a telephone game. It's gonna get fucking misconstrued along the way.
Well, because it's not a one for one vote.
Part of it.
It's always gonna happen like that because it's not a one for one vote. If you're a representative of a small population, you're never gonna get 100% agreements in it. You know what I mean? But you take the consensus and kind of go, all right, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like I know in Brockton they had like 7 wards. Represented also, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get Ward 1 has 7,000 people, and you're not gonna get 7,000 people all agree with it is. But if
of course,
fucking 4,500 or 5,000 of them agree with it,
right? At least the majority.
You'll get the majority.
What I'm saying is like that's what matters. These national elections, bro, they pick these people. They put these puppets in. I've always wondered who these speechwriters. I mean, who's the fucking speechwriters for these politicians and presidents? Every president got a fucking speechwriter. I mean, they're not writing their speeches.
I don't know.
So when they got a teleprompter and they reading some shit, who fucking wrote that and told them what to say? Because we looking at the messenger, the president, as the power figure that's saying those words.
He's not.
There's somebody else that's got puppet strings that's like, do this. That's the person I want to know who the fuck they are. That's who's running shit, making these plays like it's a monopoly board.
Like we said before, it's like 2 birds, 2 wings, 1 bird. You get your left wing, your right wing, but they all connect to the bird in the middle. The bird in the middle never changes. You know what I mean? Like, it's all exactly what you said. It's a puppet show. 4 years this, 4 years that, 4 years this, 4 years that. Like you were saying before, it's like a 60-40. I think they're like the Democrats in the last like 30 years or 40 years. It's like 60% more Democratic than it is Republican, but it's pretty much been Democrat, Republican, Democrat. It's kind of shifted back and forth. Think about it from a progress point of view. How can you ever go anywhere when for 4 years you took 2 steps left? And then for the next 4 years, you went 2 steps right. And then for the next 4 years, you went 2 steps left again. And then, how do you ever get anywhere? How the fuck do you ever get anywhere? Like, it's a flawed system.
That's why it takes us forever. But they have to do that in America right now to sell the dream of freedom.
Wow.
Without the freedom dream in America, it would cost more to police us right now.
would take the mystique. That would kill America. Exactly what you're saying is
Right.
why everybody, not everyone, like real third world country people, like
Come to America.
come to America, bro. That's the dream. Like
The land of milk and honey, the American dream.
You break that facade for America, dude. Like that would, yeah, that would
Right.
cripple us.
That's why we're willing to take those steps, 2-step this way, 2-step that way, and only give 4 years for a term because we're like, hey, no, we got to get back on course. Yeah, we got to get back on course. I mean, and if they give somebody 8, they're like, all right, we like this course.
Yep.
Keep this course. I mean, and the people agree too, so it doesn't seem off. Perfect.
And if they do start to lean one way a little bit, it's only ever a little bit.
Right.
8-4, 8-4. You know what I mean? You eventually start to skew one way a little bit, but it's I think how many years now you're talking? You're talking generations already passed, so it's very, very. That's trickle down economics. Too. That's like a faucet with.
They're thinking the long term. They're not thinking a human lifespan. You know what I mean? When you're in deep politics like that, like leading a country, you're planning for hundreds of years, thousands of years. You're not planning for your lifetime. You're planning for like your great grandkids' lifetimes. Like, does this move? What's the trickle down effect of this? So like that's how it's structured, and it's reaching a tipping point where like we know this now. So I think that's when like now we're starting to kind of become a police state. Like, look at it's stuff that's caused and shown to us and makes our human behavior react. But now we have body cams. You know what I mean, on the cops. Now we got surveillance everywhere. Why? Because people are scared. You know what I mean, so hey, I got a problem for your fear that I created by these news stations. Here you go. And it's going to be too little too late when we realize that, oh shit, we're in a police state. Like Providence, Rhode Island already has their police department where you can sign up your Ring or Nest Cam to link to the police department in Providence, Rhode Island. So they don't have to ask you anything. They can just log in
into your shit
and fucking see what's going on.
And that records audio too, doesn't it?
Right.
Bro.
And they're under the guise of protecting the neighborhoods. Because now, coming from a former criminal, if I know that the police department has got cameras on everybody's fucking doorsteps, you're going to behave better.
Yeah, they can fucking track you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like,
so, yes, these things implemented will curb crime and make humans more robotic.
I wonder, how many people actually signed up for that? Can you look that up? I'm curious, bro. Like, how many people actually heard that and was like, you know what? I'm interested enough to actually like to allow the police, bro. I can't. That's wrong on so many levels. One, they're gonna hear shit like private moments that none of their business, seeing shit, hearing shit. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but damn, yo, if you had a whole neighborhood like that, bro, they'd have 24-hour surveillance of a neighborhood.
Yeah, they call it community camera registry. Hold on. We are building an interactive map of security cameras in Providence that will be accessible only to the Providence Police Department, increase the efficiency of direct video evidence collection, provide immediate contact information to investigators for camera owners, and enable communities to work together to create a safer Providence. Camera registration takes less than 1 minute via our secure online portal. Registering your cameras does not allow the Providence Police Department access to your live video stream. It only enables investigators to know a camera is present at your location and easily request video evidence should an incident occur. And then it has a button to register your camera. It doesn't tell you how many are registered. They probably won't give out that information for security reasons.
Yeah. And the other thing too is I don't really buy that shit either, that they're like, well, we only is it will only be like we're not watching it 24. We're not watching it live. What we're doing is if your neighbor had a domestic violence thing and the fucking woman ran down by your house and then the husband runs by and punches her in the face on your property and your camera got it, they're gonna ask you for that footage now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, that's what they're saying. That's their sales pitch.
Not like that, but I'm saying from like anything that happened. I don't know, bro. I'm not for that at all. I feel like for me, that's a crazy overreach. Crazy overreach.
But there's gonna be so many people that sign up for things like that and build this web.
Yeah, fucking right. Yep.
Until eventually everything's covered in this web.
Mm-hmm. There's your China surveillance right now, being implemented right now.
Yeah, they already got this shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it boggles my mind that people still think we have privacy. We don't. You know what I mean? We give it up just to be on the social media platform. If you're on YouTube watching, you're on Facebook watching, subscribe and follow. But you accepted the app's permissions to turn on your phone, to shut off your phone, turn on your microphone, access to your camera roll, access to your camera, access to your call logs, your call history, your location, all of that. So it can ping your exact GPS address down to the room you are in your house watching this.
Oh, man.
And then it can listen to you all fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you talk about something, it's on your news feed.
Yep. Especially with ads. If you say something that's a product, best believe the next time you open up, if you say something, oh, I got this kind of cat food, blah, blah, blah. You say that shit 2 or 3 times and the phone hears it, open the social medias, man, you start scrolling. One of them fucking ads is going to be for cat food or something.
Hell yeah. So
something
keep mentioning our names so we keep popping up in your algorithm. Keep saying It's your boy Fifth. Keep saying Aaron or Niter out loud. Say our names loud and proud. Yell them out and your algorithms can hear them, okay?
To switch topics real quick, I know we're getting kind of towards the later half of this.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots tonight are playing in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Playoffs tonight, first game. Patriots and Chargers. What do you think? You think Pat's going to pull it out?
Yeah, I think Drake May, he's had a real good season, good head on his shoulders. I think the Stephon Diggs bullshit that happened might affect the first half a little bit, but I think that they're going to take it. Chargers are a good team, but I feel like the Patriots, they got real good potential to take home the trophy this year.
Oh, yeah. Plus, Drake May's play too, man. He's MVP, bro. Him and Stafford, that's the 2 people they were talking about for the MVP. I heard they're snubbing May for it because he's young. And Stafford's at the back end of his career. But man, fucking dude, what a year Drake May has had. And even with the Stephon Diggs shit too, they pushed back that till after the Super Bowl. So it shouldn't. I hope it doesn't affect him. You know what I mean? Or if anything, I hope that he uses it as motivation. It comes out and fucking goes all out, has games. It'd be huge.
Yeah, I think Drake May gonna get the MVP. I think that the rumors of him getting snubbed are just that to see what the internet feels like. They got backlash for that, and I don't think Stafford's gonna take it. He's already got one. Give it to Drake May. He deserves it.
Oh, I think he definitely deserves it.
I think that the way he took this team that was rebuilding and said, I got you so early in his career.
Yeah, I was going to say, second-year player, bro. This is his second season. Crazy,
The only other quarterback that's done this is Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And he's putting numbers that are either exactly comparable or higher than Brady in Brady's starting year.
They showed some stat yesterday. I forget what the 3 categories were, but there was 3 different quarterback categories that if you were leading the league in these 3, there was 3 other players, Drake May and 2 other ones. One was Drew Brees in 2007 or something, that his peak won the MVP. The other one, I forget the other guy's name, same thing that year, his peak won the MVP. They put Drake May in the middle, didn't have the MVP. It was they were showing stats it was something like QB rating, average throw per yards. It wasn't overall because Stafford has 12 more touchdowns than what Drake May has. But it was went to like the style of offense where I think they saw the Rams through. They like when we were at the 1 yard line, I think like 9 of his touchdowns came from the 1 yard line. Where the Patriots run when they get on the one, they run the ball, they don't pass. Our running backs have more touchdowns than theirs. You know what I mean? So it's like the touchdown, thing was kind of
I think we're gonna take this game. I was just looking up Drake May versus Tom Brady stats. Drake May completion percentage 72%. He broke Brady's 2007 record of 68.9. The higher passer rating, May had 13 games with 100+ passer rating, surpassing Brady's previous record of 12 in the season, and that was in 2010. So Brady already had a few years under his belt, a championship under his belt, and Drake May's playing better than him. And then May led the Patriots to a 43 record, a significant turnaround, earning MVP consideration. But
bro, you want to do a good comparison? Ask it to compare Brady's second year to Drake May's second year, and see where they were. Because Tom Brady
through first 18 career regular season games.
Oh, there you go.
Drake May's yards was 3,537. Tom Brady was 3,412. So beat him by 125 yards.
That's close though. That's
right, but still more. Drake May 68.8% completion. Brady 64.6. Passing touchdowns. That's the only thing Brady had more of. 23. Drake May had 22. One shy. And then interceptions, Drake May had 12. Brady had 13. So out of those 4 categories, Drake May is leading 3 out of 4. And the one that he was behind on was 1 by 1 touchdown.
And it's not fair to use a touchdown analogy though, because teams run the ball too. They just don't outright pass. So it's like could have been a more run heavy team like we are. We right now we run heavy. You know what I mean? It's like that's crazy.
Yeah, because Brady had Kevin Dillon, Corey Falk, all of them. I mean, so I think that Drake May seen Brady. A lot of these quarterbacks studied Brady. And Brady elevated the quarterback position, where now there's going to be a lot more big numbers.
Cerebral. He was Brady's physical attributes for a quarterback was actually under par.
Yeah.
Where Brady excelled was his intelligence of the game, knowing what defense to play they were playing, and knowing how to, if I know you do, it's like chess. I know you're doing this. All right, bro, you do this, and you know what I mean? Like he became like a tacticianer.
Yeah. So if somebody's already got some physical attributes to them and some, athleticism, you just need the brains. And Drake May's smart, so this kid's got
brains. And his kid can move too. Bro. Tom Brady was not running the way Drake May is.
Right.
Look at the rushing attempts on them too right now.
Look at the shit that he's doing. That's already better than Brady. He's like the upgraded version. We just had to wait a few years. That's
so dope. I hope this isn't like a fluke season, because he is.
No, I don't think it's a fluke season. I don't think so. Robert Kraft's got to just keep the team together, and don't lose any star players or major figures. And I would bring somebody in. You know what I mean?
Like looking at them right now, they have a two-headed running back right now. One's a rookie this year, Henderson, and then Stevenson. They're a good 1-2. Obviously, we got they could upgrade the offensive line position.
I would bring somebody offensive line or somebody. I would bring somebody defense. I would bring like a middle linebacker in. I mean,
like a name. Well, our defense is pretty nasty right now.
Right. So just imagine a big name middle linebacker.
Where we really kind of lack the most is like our safeties. Our free safeties and strong safeties are like really, in my opinion, they're like second tier at best. They're not. We don't have, because we have Christensen on as a corner. He's a shutdown. we got a good safety, either one, or got another star cornerback.
Yeah, but the middle linebacker could always drop back in like a zone or a 3-4, 4-3. Shit
we have a couple dope ones. Is that fucking Spillane? That dude's a nasty. He's nasty. We have two like good solid line. One's the outside line, but the other one's the middle. Our D line too. We could use another good another solid defense like pass rusher.
So we got breaking news from Roger Payton. Southern California is protesting right now against Iran. Does Snoop know?
Against Iran?
No, nephew. Snoop does not know, Unc. Yeah, I forgot. Roger Payton's Unc. He's 72 years old. I can't call him nephew. I don't know
why they both against Iran. What the hell are you doing that for?
The fuck? But it is what it is. Everybody share this out to your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We got real political on this one. We talk about everything and anything, whatever's going on, what's trending, what's going on in the world. And we keep it wide and open here. So you guys comment, toss some shit.
Come on if you want to. You want to come up here and chop it up.
Facts.
We highly encourage you guys to come on here. Like, we want you to.
Word. So the next pop-up podcast, episode 9, will be on the 25th of January, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live on the Hip Hop Everything podcast.
Yep.
And at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Sunday, we have the live interview with YMS Young and YMS Samaj from the Your Major Studios group repping Fall River, Massachusetts. So make sure you tune into that. If you're a hip-hop head, it will be dope. Everybody, before we wrap this up, this man, Fifth, when he performed the other night at the King Handsome World Life birthday bash, this man pulled the Magic Mike performance. And he did it to the crowd favorite song. That song is Chubby. So we're going to wrap up the Pop-Up Podcast episode 8 with Chubby. But before we do, we're going to say our pieces and shit. So Fifth, tell the people, man.
Absolutely, yo. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, always supporting us, no matter what we're doing, whether it's hip-hop, everything. Whether it's a pop-up podcast, man, I absolutely appreciate you guys fucking with us on a week-to-week basis. It's awesome. We've been here for a while now, doing like almost with 2 years, 3 years in the hip-hop everything. Just starting off with this now, too. So trying to bring y'all different flavors for different areas to kind of all come together. Go stream my music at It's Your Boy Fifth. That's on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all that crazy wild shit. You know what I mean? Definitely. And then I'll see y'all next week, 5 o'clock interview.
Yeah. And for me, guys, go run up Midnight Prophet EP, available on all platforms. It's my newest project. Dropped New Year's Eve when the ball dropped. It's at 81,000 streams in 10 days. I appreciate you guys. It's a quick listen to it. 7 songs, it's 15 minutes. So you can roll up, burn, and by the time you're done burning, that shit's already done. You know what I mean? And you listen to every song and supported an independent artist. So I highly appreciate it. And follow me everywhere. All my platforms, Aaron All Niter, and the follow and the subscribe is the biggest important factor for both of us.
Yeah.
You need to not only go to these pages and like listen to our music and watch our videos, whether it's YouTube or wherever, but subscribe, follow, save, add our songs to playlists.
Yeah.
You know, favorite our videos, like them, you know, share them with a friend. That's where the support is really needed, and appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Yeah, definitely sharing with friends is huge right there. If you listen to Aaron all night, it's all you say it's 15 minutes. If you hear a couple tracks that you like, tell one of your friends. Like, check what I just came across. People, this is something new. Bang.
Right.
That shit helps.
Yo, and your peoples is gonna be appreciative that you put them on to something dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facts. But we're gonna get into the crowd favorite. This right here is the animated official music video for It's Your Boy Fifth, Chubby. It's the Pop-Up Podcast, episode 8, people. We off this. Peace.
On the dance floor, give me that visual. Looking at the tie-ties, shaking like my rock guys. Dancing to the south side, merengue. Chasing down with E and J. Take another shot as we lapping up the spot. Getting down like we both is getting off. Full hard, never soft, never love lost. As I take you to the top, tipping top. Slide back down the bottom of my car. Sex game official, make the yaya whistle. More than 2 fistfuls, slob, choke, all up on my dick. I want you to damn near puke on my shit. Bitch, now you and your girl switch. Damn, I got a chubby. Love the way you touch me. Ride it all night. Love the way you fuck me. Bend it over, push it back. Make the kitty cat go. Clap, 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 clap. Man, I got this chubby. What you gonna do with this chubby? I said, man, I got this chubby. What you gonna do with this chubby?